Hey everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing this Canon RF mount 30mm f10 free focus lens that is only $20 on Amazon. Let's check it out. Alright, so this lens is actually a pancake lens, so it's super thin. As you guys can probably see, it comes with a back cap for the RF lenses. And it's basically a recycled Kodak camera lens, as it'll say right here on the front plate. Okay, so personally, I actually like to keep mine in this simple box that it came in. I think it actually came in my mailbox as well, so super small packaging for this. I keep it in my camera bag in that box because it's not going to hurt anything anyway since it's plastic. And it turns out this lens is actually from recycle, so it is not the best quality. Of course, when you're paying $20, you're not going to get the sharpest images. And on mine especially, which I should be able to show you guys, there are some spots of dust that's on the lens. So you'll find that in your photos. In my opinion, it's not a big deal, and only professional photographers that I know have actually pointed that out in my photos. So it doesn't seem to be a big deal when it comes to taking just normal photos. So basically this lens turns your fancy Canon RF mirrorless body into a point and shoot camera. Very simple. You probably don't have to mess with anything. Like I said, you just go around taking photos. It's not a big deal. And I think personally it's kind of stress-free. You know, I think it's fun to use, especially when I first got it. I just walked around town and took a bunch of photos. They're not gonna be in focus or anything like that, but they're gonna be enjoyable shots to take because they're gonna kind of look like retro from the 90s or something like that, kind of like a film camera, because this lens is actually, I believe, pretty old, maybe early 2000s to maybe the 90s or something like that. So basically on this, you're just going to be messing with the shutter and the ISO because there's of course no aperture to move. This is literally just a piece of plastic in front of your camera that has a free focus, right? So you kind of have to space yourself with the photos that you're going to take. And with the RF system, you're actually able to turn on manual focus. You'll be able to see what part that you're looking at is currently in focus, which it helps, but of course it's still not going to look sharp whenever you get that final image. Don't buy this lens thinking it's going to be great or you're going to get tack sharp images or good images at all. Very simple images. If you just want to take it out, you're just on a walk or something like that, you can just take nice photos or maybe around the house or something simple like that. With it being set at f10, you're definitely going to need to take this out during the day. The sunnier the better, probably, right? Unless you just have to boost the ISO as high as you can. Because barely any light gets in here. As you guys can see with this right here, the hole in the lens is very small, and there's not a whole lot of light that gets in during the day anyways, so I would definitely recommend shooting, like during the day. This is not a nighttime or low light lens at all. Okay, so let's take a look at Lightroom. I'll show you guys some of the pictures that I've taken with this lens, and you can let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Alright guys, so I took some photos kind of walking around town. These are from a while ago, but I thought I'd share these for example. So as you can tell over here in Lightroom, there's no data except for the shutter speed and the ISO. As you can tell initially, it's super dark in the corners. Honestly, you can't really see anything at that point. You can't even see the wires at that point. So actually in the center though, it's not too bad. There's actually a pretty good amount of detail, I'm not gonna lie, but it was pretty bright out that day. Okay, so here's another photo. This is more realistic, right? Since there's no way to actually focus the lens. It looks like the power pole is out of focus. Really simple images that I took outside. Super dark in the corners, super bright in the middle. Nothing's in focus here, which it might actually be kind of like this right here that's in focus, as we can look and see. Okay, so right now I'm actually going to switch to the lens, and you guys will be able to see the image quality right here. Let me switch that real quick. Alright guys, so I've swapped to this lens. As you can tell, the image quality is terrible. I've actually had to boost the ISO to 16,000. I was at 800 before. There's definitely no focus. I don't know if I walk back and forth, I actually might be in focus for a moment. Looks like maybe around right here. So definitely no focus, and you kind of know that getting into it. But with a 30mm focal length, you kind of, you're taking wide shots anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. You're definitely not doing, like I said, you could do portraits for fun and stuff like that. It's just super hard to get somebody in focus with this lens anyways. Okay, let's swap back to the normal lens. Okay, so we're back to the normal lens. As you guys can tell, super bad image quality, but I personally love this lens. I've used it a lot more than I thought I would, especially when I first bought it. It was actually $30, but it looks like now it's actually come down on Amazon to $20. So I'd personally recommend this lens to you guys. It's a great lens, and I think you guys should try it out. And if you do end up getting the lens, let me know down in the comments below what you think about it and the image quality, or if you just enjoy shooting with it normally. But let me know down in the comments below, and thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, and have a good one.